Let's kick butt. All right. This is gonna be an awesome show, right, Taft?
Yes.
Every show is awesome.
Of course.
Every show is amazing. We gotta pull that magic out. Here we go. You ready?
Yep.
This is the College Gamers Podcast.
I love that intro, man. Hello, welcome to the College Gamers Podcast, the greatest video game podcast, I would argue, on the internet. And you can't lie on the internet, and this goes on the internet, so
It's
what
true.
I just said is a fact.
It's true.
That wonderful voice you're hearing right now is my good friend Taft. Hello, Taft.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
I am doing quite fantastic. It is Saturday. It's a good Saturday, as usual. I'm pretty hyped today, man. I was ready to record today. I was like, come on, let's do this. I'm so glad we're recording early because, man, I was ready to go.
Yeah.
I was ready to kick some butt, record some news, or talk about news, whatever. So, it was a good week, too.
Yeah.
A pretty good week. Legion came out, so I've been playing a crap load of World of Warcraft. So much World of Warcraft.
Just all the World of Warcraft?
Exactly. If people ask me, Mike, what are you doing this weekend? I tell them I'm going to go party. And by party, I'm going to party up.
It's a
to
raiding
do quests.
party.
Exactly. It's a raiding party. It's exactly what I'm doing. How's your week been, man?
Busy.
Busy?
Yeah.
School keeping you busy? Or
School, work, personal life, all that stuff.
I got you. It's everything at the same time.
All of it. This was just a busy week.
I got you, man. Well, you know what? Let's unwind with some video game news.
Video games always help me unwind.
Exactly, man. It's like either you're shooting people on the internet or solving puzzles. Like video games are awesome.
Puzzles piss me off.
So you shouldn't do puzzle games.
No, I'm just sitting there like, why won't you work?
Come on. All right. Well, let's just hop into it. Let's hop into it today.
And now for the news.
All right. Let's start off this week with a game I'm so excited to talk about. It is called Hot Lava. It is from the creators of Mark of the Ninja, Don't Starve, Invisible Ink, and this game should sound familiar to anyone who's climbed on their couches as a kid.
Because the floor is lava.
The floor is lava. This game, like, the floor is actually lava, and you can crawl around your house. It's a parkour game, and it looks the parkour looks all like Mirror's Edge. That's what they're promising. Like really smooth. You're probably gonna be able to like build up momentum as you successfully swing and jump from object to object, and the game looks like so much fun. The trailer shows off in your room, like this guy's like hopping around their living room, like all over a house.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Even at school, that sounds like a lot of fun. I never got to play this game at school.
Because, that'd have been a lot of fun and or really hard because desks are not exactly the most well balanced of furniture items.
All right, well now when you play this game, you'll know don't aim for the desks because they'll just flip. Because like you put your backpack on the desk, it flips the desk over. Yeah. So, Taff, you excited for this game?
I am. I'm watching the trailer right now as we're talking, just to kind of. I watched it earlier, but just to kind of get like a refresher.
I got you. And what do you think? What are you seeing? You like it?
It looks really cool because there's like areas that like look like post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, they said that some of the scenes would take place in your worst, like your worst nightmares or darkest fears.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like you see, like this one zone's a cave, so that must be like a scary place. Maybe there'll be monsters or something.
And then there's just some dude in a like a hazmat suit sitting next to like a big skull playing with a toy car.
Yeah. So yeah, I wonder because I bet they take this game and kind of play it through maybe the eyes of a child playing pretend.
Probably, yeah.
So that'll give them some room to do some really quirky things.
It would.
And add some really fun comedy. And I love, first of all, the art in this game is awesome. Like the glow of the lava. I love how the walls are seared from the flames, but like desks and like stools, like wooden stools,
floating.
Yeah, like the wooden stools are fine. The wall's a little charred, but other than that, everything is fine.
Yeah. Hey, whatever works,
Exactly. So this game's looking like a lot of fun, and I can't wait to pick it up. It's gonna be. I'm probably gonna have to get this, man.
Do we know what it's coming for?
Not an exact date yet, but they are. If you go to playhotlava.com, you can sign up for the closed beta.
Okay.
So they have a beta going, but we don't have a launch date yet.
Okay.
Not quite announced, but this game looks like fun, and it It's one of those games. It's really simple. Like the concept is really simple. So I bet they're gonna have some really nice puzzles in there.
Probably, yeah.
Because if they play it right, it's gonna be one of those games that are easy to pick up but hard to master.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be a lot of fun. So, and they have some other good games on their resume. I've heard good things about Don't Starve, Invisible Ink, Mark of the Ninja. I heard was a really good stealth game.
Yeah.
So they got some pretty good things. So yeah, look forward to that, everyone. And again, if you want to sign up for the beta, go to playhotlava.com. And remember, the floor is lava. Don't burn your feet, etc.
If you touch it, you die.
It's true. If you just touch it, it's a little toe.
It's dead.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing a Halo style, where if you shoot him in the foot, you're dead.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, let's move on.
So, speaking of things that are on fire, Firewatch is coming to... That was a perfect... I was so proud of that.
Well, just keep going. Just keep going. If you don't identify it, it's even cooler.
Yeah, no, so Firewatch is coming to Xbox One and on September 21st. So that's in only 3 weeks.
Sounds bad. And a good game.
I'm probably going to get it because I just heard so many good things. Even though I did watch like a playthrough of it and stuff on the internet, and so I know what happens and everything, it'll still be fun to do it myself,
Yeah.
And so that'll be coming to Xbox on September 21st, along with Firewatch Audio Tour, which we don't know a whole bunch about, but that's actually going to be discussed. What's today?
Today is the 3rd.
It's supposed to be discussed today.
Really?
So later today, we'll get more information about that.
I'm assuming at PAX, because PAX is happening right now, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Which one?
I couldn't tell you. It's
Okay.
just PAX.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. But like, there's some crazy things coming out of it.
It might be Prime, because Prime's about Prime kind of follows the
Probably.
E3, Gamescom, all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that, but the short version is it's 1 part scavenger hunt, 1 part museum tour, 1 part game dev workshop, and mixed with a dash of inside Campo Santo goofs.
Well, that sounds like fun. Scavenger hunt sounds like fun. I'm not sure, because, Tab, you talking about how you watch the videos, right?
Yes.
So, if I recall, the map isn't that big. And in the story, there is a lot of going in circles. So I'm really wondering how the audio tour is going to go, because, there are 3, 4, 5 major landmarks, I think. But other than that, it should be interesting to see what they do.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully they maybe add some stuff to the map.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
So you said you're going to get this, right?
Yes.
So yeah. So you're going to get it? I'm excited. I can't wait for these updates to come to PC.
Yeah, that's actually these updates. These updates, as in the Firewatch Audio Tour, will be coming to all players. So that includes PC players.
Because the game's
in a free update.
Free update. Well, free is always nice.
Yeah,
I love me some free.
So that'll be coming out on I would assume September 21st as well.
I got you.
So they all come out the same day.
That makes sense. Kind of like wide release. And
Exactly.
Also they mentioned a free roam mode with a day-night cycle. That's gonna be pretty cool. Though again, none of these are really piquing my interest too much because the map is kind of small. And there are some hidden treasures, like you find some log cabin you can explore, get some extra like radio chat out of Delilah, I think her name was.
Yeah.
But other than that, the map doesn't hold a lot. The map itself is not much.
I would assume for the free roam mode and all that it will be a different map or a more expanded map, maybe.
I can see that.
Because, I mean, it says explore to find a few hidden secrets and stuff like that. So, like, if you... the game is basically free roam already.
Yeah.
You just kind of, like, can only go to certain areas at certain times. But by the end of the game, it's all you can go anywhere.
Yeah. Before the fire, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I bet during the free roam, I bet they'll open up that... it's not a bridge. What is it?
The
trolley?
gondola.
The gondola. I bet they'll open that up for players.
Yeah,
who want to
that'd be cool.
explore.
That'd be cool.
Because you don't spend a lot of time in Delilah's tower.
You spend all of, like, 2 seconds over there.
Exactly. So hopefully they open that up to us as well. That'd be really cool. Any other notes on that?
No, that's it.
I gotcha. So, would you say you should watch out for Firewatch?
But don't.
All right. So, speaking of games coming to platforms,
Yes. So, Mortal Kombat XL and Mortal Kombat, the DLC Combat Pack 2 are headed to Steam.
I have a question before you
Yes.
go on. So, They have Combat Pack 2. Does Mortal Kombat XL come with Pack 1 already?
It comes with both.
Oh, it comes with both.
Yeah, but it's saying you already Combat Pack 1 is already on PC.
I see.
But XL is not. So on October 4th, you will be able to either, if you don't have the game, just buy XL to get all of it.
Okay.
Or buy the second pack if you already have the other two.
Oh, okay, awesome. All right, keep going.
Yeah, so that's coming, like I said, October 4th. But yeah. So if you really like Mortal Kombat, like I do, because it's really actually a lot of fun and ripping people's throats out with acid. It's a lot of fun.
Speaking of unwinding playing video games.
Exactly. That's a perfect way.
That is a lot of fun. Taffy, have you played Mortal Kombat X? Is that which one they're on?
I have actually. I haven't played any of the combat packs, but for those of you who are interested and like to know what the XL version comes with, like I said, Combat Pack 1, it comes with 4 characters. That's the Alien Xenomorph, which is the alien from Aliens.
That's cool.
For people who don't know what a Xenomorph is. And
like myself.
Yeah. I would have thought you would know that.
No, I'm not a big fan of the whole Alien versus Predator universe.
Really?
Yeah, I missed out on all that as a kid.
Okay. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is Leatherface.
Leatherface?
Yeah.
That's his name is Leatherface?
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
I'm sorry. Combat Pack 1 only comes with 2, and then combined with Combat Pack 2, it comes with another 2. So there's 4 people total together.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
I got you.
But it comes with more skins for your characters and stuff.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, in Mortal Kombat X, the skins and stuff actually change the way your character fights.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So they're not just
aesthetic.
I got you.
They'll change your moves and stuff like that.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it'll change your special stuff like that. It's actually a lot of fun. Then Combat Pack 2 comes with the Predator and Jason Voorhees.
I gotcha. Dude, I'm watching the trailer for this game, and I didn't realize just how violent this actually is.
Oh, it's so bad.
Dude, one of the finishers, she goes up over the guy's shoulders and kicks through his chest and comes through.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I
didn't realize, I'm not a big fan of, like, side-scrolling fighters. I played a little bit of, like, the Naruto games when I was younger, but, they haven't really compelled me. But holy cow, this game.
Yeah.
Holy jeez. I would like to see some of these finishers in Naruto. That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
So, we don't have an exact price yet, but I'm gonna guess somewhere around $50 for it.
Are you talking the XL version?
Yes.
Well, why would the price be different than like a console version?
Well, because when it came out it's already out on Xbox and stuff like that, and when it came out it was $60, but now it's currently $40.
Oh, I see.
So I'm saying it's probably gonna be somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Because when it came out, it did only have Combat Pack 1.
Yeah.
And then when Combat Pack 2 came out, it was like a free update for that one.
I see.
So I'm assuming though it's gonna be.
I got you. They're good. They might pick the price up because like, oh, we just released XL.
Exactly. Yeah.
I got you. That makes sense. But yeah.
So that's that.
Awesome. Let's move on to Overwatch. Taft, have you played Overwatch yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But this seems like the weekend for me to do it.
Exactly, man. Overwatch is getting a free-to-play weekend. The weekend of September 9th through the 12th. Anyone, PlayStation, Xbox One, you can go out, try the game for free. Now, for PlayStation players, you don't need PlayStation Plus. But Xbox One players, Taft,
like myself.
Yes, you need Xbox Live for that.
Guess
Xbox
what I just
Live
got
Gold.
back?
Wait, what?
Guess what I just got back?
What?
My Xbox Live.
Nice. Okay, it says here Xbox Live Gold. Do they have a silver version?
Xbox Live. Once you buy Xbox Live once,
yeah,
you have it consistently, so you can always be on the internet.
Okay.
But Gold allows you to play with other people and blah 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 blah.
All the perks of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I gotcha. So yeah, there's no restrictions. You basically get the free game all weekends. All 22 characters, every available map. You can level up as much as you want, get like as many loot boxes as you want. And in fact, Taft, let's say you just fall in love with the game and you're like, man, I really like this game, but I don't feel like restarting.
Okay.
If you get the Origin edition of the game, you keep all your progress.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I highly recommend you check Overwatch out.
Definitely will.
Definitely. It's a really good game. Actually, this week, I believe they just released a new map. So I got to play some this weekend.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so free to play. Anyone who hasn't played Overwatch, I really recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It's spread throughout my work. Everyone at work kind of plays it now. Like everyone in our little room, we all kind of play. I have yet to play with them because I'm playing other games.
Did you say that when did you say it starts on the 9th? What time?
I didn't actually say a time.
It starts at 11 o'clock.
11 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
So that what is that, like 8 Eastern time?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Do the math yourself, people. This is a video game podcast,
exactly.
not a math podcast. But yeah, 11 a.m. Pacific time is when it starts on Friday. So go check it out. Highly recommend it. Great game. And so you can play any character except Mei, because Mei is the most annoying character.
Why is she so annoying?
Because she sits there and stares at you, smiles all happily as she sprays you with her freeze gun until you like can't move, and then she just stares at you and uses her ult fire, which is a giant ice pick, and just like shoots you in the head.
Jeez.
It's the most frustrating thing because you know she's there next to you, and some characters don't have an escape, and so or like you're on cooldown, so like your Tracer doesn't have all of her moves are on cooldown. Mei can just sit there and like smile all happily as she freezes her and shoots her in the head with the giant ice spike. She's frustrating.
I feel like you've been killed by this a couple times.
It's frustrating because as soon as I stop, like I know that I'm frozen solid. I know what's going to happen next. I know I'm about to get like shot in the face, and it's frustrating. But you know, go play her. Go make me angry, people. Go ahead. I'm kidding. It's a great game. Go check it out. Let's move on.
So, Halo's Warthog. Just in case any of y'all don't know what that is, because you've been living under a rock.
Like a deep rock.
Like a very deep, like a rock inside a cave, inside of a bigger cave.
Exactly, which is
covered up by a boulder.
Exactly.
The Warthog is the Jeep-like vehicle from Halo. But a version of Halo's Warthog will be in Forza Horizons 3, which is going to be freaking awesome.
Yes.
Because I cannot think of a better kind of car to drive around the Australian outback than a Warthog.
Definitely.
It's actually a slightly smaller, lighter version of it. It's 25% smaller and 33% lighter.
That's interesting. I wonder why they had to do that. Maybe to make it more realistic for the game.
Yeah, because I believe in the lore of Halo, the Warthog's like a couple tons.
Yeah. I gotcha. Maybe so when you apply it to a more realistic driving game, maybe it doesn't perform.
And we've all seen. I'm sure we've all seen the picture of the real life Warthog, how big it is and how tall it is.
It is a very large vehicle.
So to make it be able to fit through, like I guess probably some of the like tighter areas, like between rocks and stuff.
I gotcha.
Or under overpasses and stuff, you had to lower the height and stuff.
And maybe when they put it to scale in the game, they found it was top heavy or something because of how high it is. Maybe it was tumbling too much, and so they needed to shrink it down, modify it to make it work.
Maybe, because the picture of it does look like it is a little bit lower in suspension-wise.
Yeah.
But that is one thing they talk about, how great its suspension is. If you want, they actually have, for like our car people out there listening to this podcast, they have actually released the Warthog CST, that's what they're calling it. The Warthog CST performance, like the vehicle layout, the type of engine, the power, the torque, top speed. It's apparently a 3.7 second to 0 to 60, 9.81 0 to 100, which is I feel like pretty good.
Yeah.
And then
3.7 from 0 to 60. That's not bad for like a military vehicle.
Not at all. And then it runs a 12.4 second quarter mile, can get up to 109 miles an hour.
That's not bad.
No.
So, are we gonna get a Banshee? Not a Banshee. Yeah, it's a Banshee,
Ghost,
right?
A Ghost.
A Ghost.
That'd be so cool.
I would like to see a Ghost.
Yeah. Actually, this isn't the first time though that we've seen the Warthog in a Forza game.
Really?
It came out. It was in Forza Motorsports 3. 4.
4,
I believe. Yes.
Which one is this?
This is
Horizon.
This
3.
is Horizon 3. Horizon. The people who make Horizon and the people who make Motorsport are actually two completely different companies.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
But it's the same IP.
Yeah, same IP, but just two completely different companies.
I gotcha. That's cool.
Yep. So that's it.
Yeah, and then
Horizon 3 will be launched on in 2 weeks. Not 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
3
I'm
weeks?
sorry, it's a bad day for math.
What's the date?
September 27th.
27th. Man, everything. November's coming up, man.
It is. Yeah.
That's scary to think about. my wallet's shivering right now in fear from all the games that will be released.
October is a big month this year. Remember, we have it on the podcast that you said for my birthday you would buy me Mafia 3.
Every time it comes up, it will be your gift, sir. Yeah, dude, I recommend going and watching the video for the Warthog because just watching it bounce, like this, watching the suspension in action is really satisfying to watch.
Oh yeah.
Like just the way it bounces, it just handles so well off road.
They were talking about how it has both front wheel and or it has 4-wheel steering.
Yeah,
and they were talking about how it's actually apparently low speed maneuverability is not great, but way better for high speed maneuverability. So when you're hauling butt, you can cut those curves.
That's really interesting. That's really cool. Does the Warthog have 4-wheel steering in the Halo games?
Yes, I do. I believe it does.
Does it?
Yeah.
I never noticed that. That's really cool.
But yeah, Mike, just so you know, if we continue to record on Saturdays because of my work schedule and stuff like that,
all right.
October 8th is a Saturday, so you could give me my present on air. That way everybody knows you did it.
That's the thing. That's going to happen now. Congratulations, staff. You're getting your present on air. And we all have to pretend to be surprised, everybody, when it's
Oh
Mafia
my God,
3.
Mike.
Oh, wow. Did not see this coming. Surprise.
Yep.
All right, let's move
That way you
on.
have to pre-order it and everything.
Oh, yeah. Wait, do I?
Yeah.
I got pre-ordered
Yeah.
too? All right. What do you play? You play PC, right?
No.
No? PlayStation?
Not quite.
No? PlayStation 2?
The Xbox, the Xbone.
Xbone. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll
God, I hate that name for Xbox Ones.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Doesn't do it justice, man. Let's move on to Ark Survival, Taft, a game you've been playing recently.
Yes.
Yeah, you talked last week how you've been playing a lot. They are getting some flack this week. People aren't happy with the developers because apparently, Ark Survival has been in the early access, which is essentially beta, like open beta for games on Steam.
Yes.
And they've successfully been in open beta. Things have been going well, but apparently things have kind of gotten off since they've branched the game off into a free-to-play version and a paid version.
Yeah.
We talked a few episodes back, when it was first released, the Ark Survival of the Fittest is the free version, and Ark Survival Evolved is the paid version. Well, right now they're offering a $20 expansion pack for Ark, and that's really strange because the game is still in the early access.
Is it? I thought it came out of early access.
No, they've been running behind because they've been kind of like working on like the free to play game, and they're still adding a bunch to the regular game, so it's really behind schedule at the moment.
Okay.
But they're getting flack because it doesn't quite make sense. The game hasn't been released yet, so why are you giving us DLC content that we have to pay for before the game that we've already paid for is not officially released?
Yeah.
Personally, as a PC player, I'm a little peeved because the game is so poorly optimized on PC right now. Tab, you played it on PC, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it like compared to Xbox, it looks beautiful on Xbox
It
right
looks
now.
so good on Xbox.
But it's just so poorly optimized for PC right now, and it's a little annoying that they're asking me to pay $20 for an expansion pack when they should be allocating resources to improving performance of the game on PC, and other things like that. So it's just weird. People aren't happy about it. They're just getting a lot of flack for it, and I don't know. It might just be me, but when he was asked about the expansion pack on early access, co-founder Jesse Rapzak actually said, "I don't think we're ever going to please those people." So it just sounds to me that sounds a little sassy, like they're like, oh, like it's kind of like, oh, we don't care, we're just gonna do what we want.
Yeah.
And that might just be me. So they can do whatever they want. If maybe they need to release a DLC because they need more funding for later improvements, so it can get out of early access. It's just strange,
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Taft? Do you agree that they shouldn't be offering a DLC while still in beta?
I do agree with that. I feel like they should have focused on getting their game out on time.
Yeah.
And then I don't care if it was a week later or whenever it was. It could have been the same day. but have the game completed by the time you release the DLC. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And the DLC is on sale right now, people. Like, you can go out and get it right now.
Yeah. But on the upside of this, you can tame a freaking dragon in this DLC.
That is true.
So, like,
I never said
I wouldn't have wanted to wait for that either. Like,
it's true. I never said what the DLC was. It's called
Scorched Earth.
Yeah, it's called Scorched Earth, and it introduces dragons into our dinosaur game.
You can get a Weaverin, which is like it's a dragon that doesn't have 4 legs. It has 2 legs and then wings.
Yeah. And
you can get a fire, a lightning, or a poison one.
Yeah, and it looks really cool.
The taming on it's actually pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah, you have to steal an egg and raise the egg.
That's awesome.
You cannot tame a one that's already been hatched.
So you have to piss off Mama Dragon
to get baby dragon.
That
and then
sounds
raise baby dragon to be able to tame baby dragon.
That's so cool. So you have to tame the baby while it's young or something?
You probably just have to like raise it, but that's harder than the taming is in
exactly.
Ark.
You know, when you tame something, you get that dinosaur as it is, like as you caught it.
Exactly.
But with raising, you have to raise it up and everything.
Exactly.
That's really interesting. But at the same time, people have made the point that players who buy this DLC will get dragons, which depending on the dragons are probably overpowered because they breathe fire.
Oh yeah.
They fly. Like, they're going to be amazing. I have no doubt they're going to be a lot of fun to have.
They breathe fire, lightning, or poison.
It's true. And, flying over a village of your enemies and releasing lightning, fire, or, like, poison gas, that sounds like a really, really fun thing to do, especially if you really don't like those guys on the other side of the islands. But at the same time, it introduces this people who pay that $20 suddenly have an advantage over the free-to-play players.
Yeah.
Which, I personally really don't like pay-to-win games. And a lot of games make an effort to avoid that kind of thing. But I'm really hoping this DLC doesn't create that atmosphere.
But looking at this DLC, I do think that I'm fine with them charging money for it, though.
Okay.
Because it changes. Because they didn't charge money for the center and stuff like that. But this one completely changes the game.
Yeah, but my concern is I'm okay with like having to buy dragons, because if I want to separate my game and keep it more realistic of dinosaurs, as realistic as living on an island with dinosaurs can be, if I want to keep it that way, I don't have to pay that $20. Like, dragons aren't forced onto my islands, if I don't want them to be. But I don't want to be forced to play with people who have dragons, because they suddenly have an advantage over me.
Fair enough.
They can fly into my house and burn down my wooden cottage, without me ever having like a choice about it, So I think they can fix this by separating those servers. And that's just easy. Or like, choose when someone creates their server, they can choose to allow DLC content or not. Yeah. And that's probably an option already. If not, I'm sure they'll have that.
Oh, definitely, because the dragons will be a definite game changer.
Definitely. All right, let's move on to Nintendo is once again game changing the console universe world economy thing. Taft, save me.
So the Nintendo Next will actually be using cartridges.
Cartridges.
Yes.
I haven't heard that word in ages.
I know, right? Kind of like the way that the 3DS uses cartridges.
Okay.
So it won't be like when I first heard this, I thought it was gonna be the larger cartridges, kind of like the Super Nintendo or the Nintendo 64.
I gotcha.
But the main problem with cartridges though is that they compared to disc is they can't store as much. But we don't know how these cartridges are gonna be different. So according to them, so we don't know how much they're gonna be. This is really just kind of like some new information that we don't really have. And I just thought it was really interesting that like we always talk about how great Nintendo, like the best part about Nintendo 64 was the fact that it used cartridges. Yeah, you could blow it out, fix it real quick, and put it back in, and it worked just fine.
We're bringing back that troubleshooting method of try blowing air into it.
Exactly, which worked great.
It did. It somehow managed to work.
So I'm waiting. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with it, because apparently it's a different type of cartridge. It's not the same as the 3DS ones. It's probably bigger.
That's good, because they're rather tiny for a console game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just wanted to talk about this because I think it's a really interesting idea to go back to that. What do you think?
Really, I think now is a good time because we're introducing technology has improved so much since, the 64. We have solid state drives that we could easily fit into, I'm sure you could rearrange the contents of a solid state hard drive to fit into a Nintendo 64 cartridge.
Yeah.
So you suddenly then have 500 gigabytes of data you can store. So I really think Nintendo, if they use these new technologies that are coming out, the solid state technology, we have smaller chips now. Technology has shrunk. I think now is a good time because even if you take that same size cartridge, you can do so much more with it nowadays.
Yeah.
And I honestly think if you use, like, we have USBs that store more than discs now. You can buy. I saw recently. You can buy like a terabyte USB. You can buy a terabyte USB thing, dongle, whatever. So, and that's probably really expensive, but you don't need terabyte information. You can probably store 100 gigs of data for a game and still have lots of room for whatever else you need in there. So I really think now is a good time to be going back to cartridges, So, I think now's a good time. And if they play this right, they might have an advantage when it comes to how much they can store in a cartridge.
Yeah.
But they're going to need to find a balance of how big do we want these cartridges to be versus how much do we want to do with them.
Exactly.
So, you can't put 10 gigs of information. Actually, I don't even know that, but you can't do a lot with the DS because those DS things are small.
Yeah, they get lost really easy.
Yeah, they're very tiny. But do you want them as big as the Nintendo 64?
I wouldn't say no, because that takes up too much space.
Exactly.
Maybe you might want it like broader but thinner. You know what I mean?
I gotcha. Oh,
kind of like a bigger version of the DS ones.
It's a good size.
Floppy disk.
No. Yes. Let's move back to floppy. Let's make a vintage console using a floppy disk.
There we go. I bet you hipsters would buy the crap out of it.
Oh, you know it. But it's a good size. Game Boy Advance. You remember the Game Boy?
Yeah.
Not Game Boy Advance. Just the regular Game Boy. It was like an inch and a half by an inch and a half. Like, that was a good size.
Yeah.
I think they could still do a lot with that.
So, yeah, I'd agree with that. That seems like a pretty decent medium.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty optimistic about what they do with this. I'm pretty excited to see what they'll be able to do. But one thing I noticed is they were talking about some theories behind the game and around the console, and something about like detached controller modules.
Yes.
That can be docked to a television. So I'm really wondering if Nintendo's going to play on the fact that they're really dominant in the portable, thing. But at the same time, I really hope they don't sacrifice graphics for portability.
Yes. I saw this and I wasn't really going to talk about it because I didn't really understand it too much.
Yeah.
But yes, from what it seems like, what I think would, like, kind of what it said to me was like you're gonna either be able to play it on your handheld, like carry around the controller handheld wise, or you can play it on your TV. Kind of like what they did with the Wii U.
I gotcha. You can play stuff on the controller itself.
Exactly. But in this case, you might not actually have to have the Wii on or something like that. I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be really cool if I could, I gotta leave the house.
Plug the cartridge into your controller and play over that way.
Yeah, I can leave. If I could leave the house flawlessly and it automatically makes that transition onto my handheld, that'd be super cool.
Yeah.
And if it detects the controller out of range, so it turns the console off. Yeah, that'd be really awesome.
That would be.
But we don't really know a lot about the next, so I'm really excited to see.
I have faith in Nintendo.
Definitely, it's gonna, and the next release is March of 2017. So
it's coming.
And I hope we see. I bet we get a sneak preview by Christmas because I bet they open up pre-orders at Christmas.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Start
seeing a lot more information, a lot more news about it.
Well, speaking of releasing information, we got a teaser video about some of the new Titanfall mechs that we're gonna get, and some of these are looking pretty cool. They kind of showed off 6 actually. We don't have anything specific, but they kind of gave us like broad, very vague descriptions of each of the mechs. So there are 6 of them. I'm just gonna go down them, Taft, and if any of them pique your interest, stop me and we can talk about them. So Tone is he's very accurate, and he looks like he uses explosives to destroy his enemies. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
North Star is a master of both flight and precision kills.
That one's going to be really fun.
That is, because I imagine he's going to have some sort of hover ability where he's going to be able to fly up above people.
And just pop, 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 pop.
Exactly. Now, precision makes me think sniper. So a flying sniper sounds really hard, but that sounds like fun.
That does. Like, what I'm thinking, maybe like you are able to like use your Titan to be able to get up into like sniping positions.
Yeah. And
Which would be awesome.
I'm not so sure about this, but I don't think Titans are the most subtle snipers.
They're not, but they're like the one that like, you can just fly up there.
Yeah.
And just goosh.
You can snipe with a Titan.
Kill like half the team.
Exactly. Legion.
Yeah.
Legion is he utilizes an assortment of ballistic abilities, focusing on defense and control. So from what I saw, I think what we saw was he has these like missile pods on his shoulders. That looks really cool.
No, he's the one with the machine with the minigun.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that literally walked up to another robot, picked it up on the minigun, and just lit through the robot.
And just like ripped through him.
Exactly.
I gotcha. That actually sounds really cool. Using a minigun as a melee weapon. Only in Titanfall can you do that.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Ronin, he likes getting close and personal with his enemies, using a samurai sword and quick in and out tactics. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Although he does use guns for anybody out there who's like, oh no, he only uses his sword. No, he uses guns as well.
I see like maybe shotgun type things.
And then he also does shotgun. Also, it looked like he had like ninja throwing stars.
That's real giant throwing stars.
It just looked like he threw something and then like a blue line followed it and hit something.
Dude, imagine hitting infantry with a giant throwing star.
Yeah.
That'd be gruesome.
But to go back to North Star, because that one's the one that really piqued my interest the most.
All right.
Was he does have a hover ability. I'm kind of watching the video, kind of looking at him as we go along, talking about him.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
He has like a hover ability. I didn't see how high he could get or anything like that, but then he just like unleashed a barrage of missiles.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So anyone who plays Overwatch, it sounds like Ferris Ultimate.
Yeah, kind of.
I hope he yells "Justice reigns from above." You. They have to add the "U" to avoid copyright, but that'd be awesome. Where was I? Ion. Ion sounds really interesting. Apparently, he has an energy management system where you have to divert your mech's energy to 3 different weapon systems.
Yeah.
And that sounds really interesting because I imagine he can take on multiple roles. So if you need defense, maybe he can change energy management to his defense systems.
Yeah.
Maybe some sort of more shield and missile abilities. But if you need to go offense, you can divert energy from shields to your weapons.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is it's like the defense, offense gets Titans, and then offense against people.
I gotcha. That sounds really cool.
Yeah. But the first thing you see of Ion on the video is there's a pilot jumping at him. Yeah. And there's just he just has a little laser cannon that pops up off his shoulder and just blows him, just obliterates the Titan and the pilot coming at him.
I gotcha. So it's more like anti-personnel than anti-Mac.
Exactly, yeah.
Anti-Mac. He destroys Mac computers.
Hey.
Exactly.
Somebody's got to do it.
Exactly. And then the last one is Scorch. He's basically fire. He does everything. Defense, offense, and he basically burns everything from what I saw. Mass fire. I see him focus, like, he's going to be really good at anti-personnel because, mechs can probably divert heat. Yeah. But, like, if you run into a crowd of, like, 6 people and just light something on fire, they're dead. They're all going to die.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really exciting. He's definitely going to be anti, personnel, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, tone on here.
Yeah.
He unleashed a barrage of missiles that completely missed the target, or at least so you thought, and then it just came around and hit the target from the back.
Oh, they're tracking missiles.
Oh, it was so bad.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was easily like 12 missiles though, just all past him, and he's like, haha, oh god.
That's cool. You're like, oh, you missed me, and then
you thought.
That's awesome. So all that's looking cool. Apparently they're gonna give us more information later, probably before the game actually releases. But Titanfall 2, definitely something I'm gonna get. Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so pumped for this game, especially that I'm excited to explore that universe.
This is probably my most like I'm more pumped about this game than any other game except for maybe Mafia.
I gotcha. Mafia's gonna be pretty cool.
Just because I like the free roam and stuff in Mafia.
That makes sense. And then Respawn also announced that we're getting Angel City. It's a map from the original Titanfall. and it will be the first of Titanfall 2's
I
DLCs.
remember that one.
I don't remember it.
That was the best one.
Was it? Apparently, that's why it's getting a DLC.
Yeah, that was my favorite one.
So yeah, you're getting that, and it will be eventually free. But if you pre-order, you get 3 days of early access to the map. So
It says right here that all Titanfall 2 DLC will be released for free.
that's such a good idea.
Such a great idea.
That's such a good idea. So
Because in the original game, it wasn't.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I bought it. But
Did you?
Yeah.
I never got those, but some of those maps look like a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were. They were a whole lot of fun.
I gotcha. So yeah, a little reminder: Titanfall 2 will release on PC, PS4, and Xbox One on October 28th.
Xbox One.
One. Sorry, Xbox One. Old habit. All right. Well, let's. Well, we're not going to be able to talk about video games as much. Well, no, but we've been playing as much because Taff, you have to go soon.
Yeah. Also, I haven't played I haven't even turned on my TV this week.
Oh, really?
That's how busy I've been.
I'm sorry, man. It's really funny because I've had the opposite. I played a bunch of games this week.
There we go. I'll talk with you about your games.
There you go. So, yeah, kick back, relax, Taft. First of all, I'm going to start that Battlefield 4 was $5 this week.
What?
Yes. And I picked that up. It was, I think, just the base game.
That's what you were playing when I walked in?
Yeah.
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 The one you jumped off a 4-story building and lived?
Yeah, somehow 4 stories won't kill you in Battlefield 4.
Straight up belly flopped right on the ground and got back up.
Exactly. But I've been playing through a little bit campaign. I was playing some multiplayer when you walked in, Taft. It's a fun game. It still holds up. Graphics look great.
Oh, what's the campaign for that one again?
Something about China.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I
Something about,
played that one.
China, they destroyed an aircraft carrier, and now I'm running around.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Battlefield 4's multiplayer. That's what it's known for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And
I enjoy the story of all of them, though.
Yeah. It's an experience you don't get with Call of Duty. Like the bullet drops, the larger maps.
Yeah.
It's something you don't get with Call of Duty. It's a lot of fun, and I'm realizing that I'm really bad at the multiplayer. I'm terrible, dude. I sit down, I set up my bipod. I like to play support, so I get the heavier guns because I like to just unload on people.
Yeah.
And usually someone comes up.
See,
behind me.
I suck at those too. Like, I remember me and Alec were hanging out one time playing that game, and we were getting excited if we finished the map with 3 or 4 kills. We're like, yes, we did not suck horribly.
I'm so bad. I finished Karazhan, a Hearthstone adventure.
Yeah. How was that?
That the last wing came out on Thursday. That was a lot of fun. Overall, it was a lot of fun. I was
good.
Really happy with a lot of the cards that came out. A lot of the game they've been drawing a lot of the cards to more it's called RNG, like random number generation.
Yeah.
But basically cards spawn random cards.
Okay.
And that adds a lot of fun to the game because, if I have a shaman spell, does 1 damage to all enemies, but also summons a random 1-mana minion. That's really cool because I don't know what I'm going to get. And it's a lot of fun just to play a random card, see what happens.
Yeah.
It adds a lot of strategy to the game. But Karazhan, a lot of fun. Definitely worth the $20.
That's good.
It was a lot of fun. But the big thing that happened this week.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.
Legion.
Yes, World of Warcraft Legion came out on Tuesday, and it's been amazing. So much fun. Sorry, got a little excited there. World of Warcraft Legion is the latest expansion for World of Warcraft, and it's been amazing.
Have you played a Demon Hunter yet?
I have.
And?
Because I pre-ordered, they came out before the expansion.
Okay, and?
Dude, they're going to be a game changer. They really are because they're so fast, they're so agile. A lot of their spells don't require targeting and sitting there and doing melee attacks. They just have a lot of spells that move their character.
Huh.
And so against other melees, other melee classes, maybe like a warrior or paladin, that's going to be really interesting because hitting them is going to be difficult.
Nice.
And I haven't done PvP with a Demon Hunter because I just haven't done PvP with them, but they're going to be a lot of fun, I can tell.
Sounds like it.
But what I'm really interested in is the leveling. They've changed the leveling up so much because they've gone from this zone is level 1 to 10, this zone's 10 to 20. You played that, right?
Yeah.
The zones have level restrictions.
Yeah.
Well, this new continent, you can go anywhere because it levels with you.
Oh, really?
Quests change, how much experience they give based on your level, enemies level with you.
That's cool.
So instead of saying, oh, okay, I gotta go here, but I can't stay and finish this quest line, I can sit there and play through the entire zone. And what's even better is that I can choose which zone I want to start at.
Really?
Yeah. So I thought that was a really cool idea. I played Stormhelm, which is like this Viking-focused realm. They have Valkyries, which are like basically like they're kind of like Viking people. It's very, very like Norse-ish.
That's cool.
Giant statues of guys with axes.
The best kind of statue.
Exactly. And it was like this hilly, mountainous, like rainy forest place. It was so much fun.
Sounds cool.
It was awesome, and I'm excited to explore the rest of it. But it's really good. I have high expectations for this expansion, and they've met all of them.
That's good.
It's been a lot of fun. Oh, one thing they've added is artifact weapons. So basically, at the beginning of the expansion, your class, you kind of go through some class specific quests.
Okay.
And essentially, like long story short, is you can pick an artifact weapon. And these artifact weapons you keep from the beginning of the expansion until all the way to the end of this. And you can level them up by getting artifact like power, which then like basically increases their experience.
Yeah.
And as you level them, you can unlock new abilities. They increase your abilities that you already have. They give you new abilities. And they're specific for each class and then each class specialization. So as a restoration shaman who heals, I'm going to have a different weapon than the other two type of shamans.
Okay.
And the way you get them is unique. So a tank paladin will have a different story to get his artifact weapon than a paladin who does strictly damage.
Oh, okay.
And it's a really good way of making you feel special.
That's actually a really cool idea.
It really is.
I really like that.
What's even better is that a lot of the weapons, these artifact weapons are weapons that we know. So Thrall's hammer. Thrall's a major character in World of Warcraft. As an enhancement shaman, I wield his hammer.
That's cool.
Paladins get what's his name? His name's like Torbjorn, not Torbjorn. He's from Overwatch.
I was about to say, isn't that Overwatch?
But some Fjorden. No, he's a special paladin guy. But he's been in several World of Warcraft expansions, and he has this really cool sword. And as a paladin, you can get his sword. You know, so it's just really cool. And these weapons, they're so much fun because even as a restoration shaman, my weapon's going to be different from everyone else's because I can then go in and personalize it. Its look, its color, its shape, and even its abilities.
That is probably that's the coolest thing I've ever heard about World of Warcraft.
Yeah, and so they just finding all these ways to make the game feel special.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been so much fun.
You go, Blizzard, you go.
Exactly. It's the reason why I love that company, man. But I'm only level 104. I think I just leveled it earlier today, actually.
Gotta step up your game, son.
By the way, dude, I played like 9 hours on Wednesday and got to level 102. Someone went from 100 to 110 in 5.5 hours.
Golly.
Yes. I don't know how the hell they did that. I don't know how, because I played for 9 hours and I'm like, I only went up 2 levels.
Gee.
What kind of hacks are they using? I don't understand, but I thought that was really impressive.
That's ridiculous.
And it was a demon hunter. I thought that was cool.
That is.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been playing this week. I'm sure I'll have more to report next week.
Basically, all I've had time to play is that Game of Thrones card game I've told you all about.
Yeah. Still fun?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about this real quick because I'm really proud of this. So there's a card in the game that I was playing a melee, which is more than 2 people. So it was 3 of us playing. And a friend of mine, he was playing, and when you're doing a melee, you support characters and you can't, if you support characters, you can't attack them, and if you're rivals with them, you're encouraged to attack them.
Okay, so kind of like that tension in Game of Thrones.
Exactly, yeah. And so I supported this character. I supported this friend of mine, and so did the other guy. So we could not kill off his card that he just put down.
Okay.
And it's a card that at the end of the round, every single card on the character, location, anything is discarded.
Oh, okay.
It completely erases everything.
All right. So it puts everyone on the same field.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Completely erases everything. And I had some renowned characters, which means that they have power on them. They have points on them. And if they die, I lose those points. And they had all of my points.
Oh, no.
So I was like, oh, God, I'm going to have to just... I'm sorry. I didn't support him. The reason I couldn't kill off that character was because he had backups for it.
Okay.
That's why. Okay. And I was actually rivals with him, and I was rivals with the other person, and I had I had a card that allowed me to make an extra power challenge, which is a challenge that allows you to take power from another character. You can only usually make one of each type of challenge.
All right.
But I had 2 renowned characters, and I just straight up went through and just powered as much as I could and got as much power in one turn as I could.
Yeah.
I ended up winning the game.
Before
that card was able to activate, because I got 8 power and 8 points in one turn. A good turn, you get 2 or 3.
Jeez.
So I got 8 points in one turn.
So you won the game before he could destroy
He
you.
was so mad. It was great.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It sounds like a fun game. We should play sometime.
Oh, definitely.
It sounds like a lot of fun. All right. Well, is that it? Are
That's
you done?
it.
Cool. Well, that's a show, everyone. Yeah. So that's a show. You can contact said show, this here fine podcast, through the email collegegamersshow@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter, BlueCals with a Z, BLUECOWZ. Taft's Twitter is
Taftfaust8. TAFTFAUST8.
awesome. You can find us on Facebook through the Facebook page, the College Gamers Podcast. The live stream is same as my Twitter handle, BlueCals with a Z. You can find me on Twitch. And if you enjoy this show at least a little bit, if you get a laugh because we're saying something stupid, or you get some sort of information out of it, maybe give back to us a little bit by reviewing the show on wherever you get it. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Stitcher. It helps other people find this show, and we would be eternally grateful to you, dear listener. And I think that's it.
That's it.
All right. Thank y'all for listening, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Bye-bye.
Later.
This has been a Blue Cow Radio production. Find more at bluecowradio.com.